Welcome back, yogis. I'm so glad you're here for another episode of Crystal or Yoga with Crystal. Today we're going to go ahead and focus on twists. I figured that we've been in shelter in place here in Colorado for almost 30 days now, and we're eating and drinking things more or less or whatever it is than what we normally do. So it's a good time to do some twists. And twists are going to help really strengthen your abdominal muscles and also get your GI tract moving. So we're going to really work on your digestion and stuff and really get some of that gooey stuff out that we've been putting in our bodies for the last 30 days. Go ahead and find a seat for yourself. You can have your mat, a blanket, a carpet, whatever it is. And if you have blocks, those always come in handy for a little bit of support. Not necessary though. You can also use like some tomato cans or soup cans, whatever you have handy at home. We're going to go ahead and begin with breath like we normally do. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Go ahead and close your eyes. You can bring your hands to your knees, stacked on top of one another in between your legs, or you can bring your hands to heart center. Go ahead and exhale all of your air. We're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. If you'd like to set an intention for yourself for class, now's a good time to do that. Can be anything for your week, for your mat, for your year, for your month, to just breathe, to just be here. If you'd like to seal your intention in, bring your thumb to third eye center and bow forward. All right. We're going to go ahead and start in child's pose. So go ahead and bring your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Whoopsie. Bring your forehead to the earth. And stretch your arms towards the top of your mat or blanket, whatever it is. If you'd like to take it a step further, you can bring your hands to the edges of your mat and press the mat away from you. Let your hips seem closer to your heels and breathe. Inhale all the way down to your sits bones. Let the exhale roll all the way up your spine through the crown of your head. Breath in. And a breath out. Slowly begin to roll up. We're going to do 2 sets of cat-cows. So go ahead and stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. We're going to inhale, press your belly towards the mat, draw your shoulder blades together, gaze comes up. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, curve your spine, separate your shoulder blades. Be really exaggerated with your movement. Inhale, gaze comes up, shoulder blades together. Exhale, curve your spine, press the mat away with your palms. Inhale, back to a neutral spine. Scoot your fingers about 1 inch or 2 in front of where they're at. You're going to flip your toes and send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a moment to get comfortable. You can walk your dog by bending one leg and then the other. Let's get comfortable. Go ahead and come to a still dog. Spread your fingers wide. Most of your weight goes into your thumb and your index finger. Draw your shoulder blades together and then down your back. Press your heart closer to your thighs and let your heels sink closer to the earth. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze comes forward. Exhale, slowly begin to walk your feet to meet your hands. We're going to come into ragdoll. Feet hip-width distance or farther apart. Bend your knees so much that your belly is or almost is resting on your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. If you'd like, you can grab opposite hand, opposite elbow. You can sway from side to side. You can lift your toes. Come back to center. Release your hands down to your mat. On your next inhale, one vertebrae at a time, slowly begin to roll yourself up all the way to a standing attention. Let your head be the very last thing that comes up. When you're there, roll your shoulder blades down your back, bring your hands to heart center, and close your eyes. Take a moment to feel the energy and emotions running through your body. Slowly begin to flutter your eyes open. Make sure your feet are hip-width distance apart, stacked right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift your kneecaps, tuck your tailbone down, draw your navel to your spine, and relax your shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, grab your left wrist. Exhale, slight bend to the right side. Press into your left foot. The stretch comes up and over from the left side. Inhale, mountain. Switch your grip. Grab your right wrist. Exhale, slight bend to the left. Press into your right foot. The stretch comes up and over from the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Cactus your arms. Draw your shoulder blades together and shine your heart forward. Keep your core engagement. Try not to puff your hips forward. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Hands come to your shins. Draw your shoulder blades together and shine your heart forward. As you exhale, plank. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Fingers spread wide. Shoulders stacked over your wrists. Draw your shoulder blades together and then down your back. Firm your glutes and send some energy out of your heels. Take a breath in. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your right leg high. We're going to exhale, low lunge. Right foot steps through. Keep your left hand on the mat. We're going to inhale, right arm high. Continue to press your right hip back. Press your left heel towards the mat. Breathe. Exhale, release, right hand down to the mat. When you're ready, inhale, rise, crescent. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. Hips are squared towards the front of your mat, so right hip back, left hip forward. Lift your left knee away from the mat. Stack your shoulders over your hips. As you exhale, airplane arms. Arms come behind you. Palms face down. Draw your pinky fingers towards one another. Shine your heart forward. Breathe. Now keep your chest right where it's at, but bring your hands to heart center. Now coming into revolve crescent. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. You can always come down to your back knee for more support. Press your palms into one another. Work to bring your heart up towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. When you're ready, take your time. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior B. Heels are aligned. Right knee over your right ankle. Shoulders and hips squared towards the side of your mat. Gaze over your front middle finger. When you inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Left arm reaches down your thigh. Right arm reaches towards the back. Breathe. Inhale, bring your arms up to a T. You're going to drop your arms. You're going to step your left foot forward so that your heels are in alignment. If you have blocks or cans, bring them to the either side of your right foot. Left toes out towards 9 o'clock. Hands come to your hips. Square your hips, right hip back, left hip forward. Draw your elbows together. Inhale, shine your heart forward. And then exhale, fold. We're going to come into a halfway lift. Adjust your feet if you need to. Continue to press your right hip back. Shoulders together. Shine your heart forward. Focus on your breath. Imagine bringing the air into the right hip. One more full breath. And you're going to bring your right hand to your hip and then bring your left hand to the outside of the right leg onto the block, the can, or the floor. This might be enough for you. Or you can begin to twist to the right and extend your right arm towards the sky. Continue to press your right hip back. Focus on your breath. One more full breath. We're going to exhale the same way we went into it. Right hand comes to the block and then grab your left block. Inhale all the way up. And then step your left foot forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and sit down into your chair. So bring your toes together, heels slightly apart, and you can bring your arms up. Make sure that you can see your toes. If not, scoot your butt back a little bit. We're coming into eagle pose. I'll turn this way so you can see me. You're going to put your weight into your left foot and lift your right leg up and over. You can keep your right toes in the air. You can use your toes as a kickstand or wrap your foot all the way around your leg. You're going to bring your right arm under your left. You can hug your shoulders, bring the back of your hands together or your palms to one another. Go ahead and sit down into your chair. Lift your elbows up to shoulder level. Draw your shoulder blades together. Find a spot that's not moving and focus on that. Breathe. One more full breath. Slowly begin to unwind everything. Shake it all out. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. We're going to slowly lower on the count of 3 down to the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Setting up for cobra. Tops of your feet flat on the mat, hip width distance apart. Hands next to your elbow or underneath your armpits. Hug your elbows in. Exhale all of your air. Inhale, cobra. Press gently into your toes, thighs, and pubic bones. Chest comes off of the mat. Hug your elbows in. Little to no weight into your palms. Use your lower back strength. Breathe. Exhale, release. Curl your toes and press into your toes and your palms. Inhale, plank. Use your core strength. Exhale, down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Right hand stays on the mat. Inhale, left arm high. Continue to press your right hip back. Press your left hip back. Press your right heel towards the mat. Focus on your breath. Exhale, release. Left hand comes down. When you're ready, inhale, crescent lunge. You can always come down to your back knee. Left knee over your left ankle. Lift your right knee away from the mat. Square your hips. Left hip forward, right hip back. Stack your shoulders over your hips. As you exhale, airplane arms. Arms come behind you. Draw your pinkies towards one another. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Shine your heart forward. Focus on your breath. Keep your chest right where it's at and bring your hands to heart center. Revolve crescent. Right elbow to the left thigh. I should have started on this side so you could see me. Bring your heart up towards your hands. Press your palms into one another. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. When you're ready, slow and steady, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior B. Square your hips, shoulders stacked over your hips. Left knee over your left ankle, gaze over your front middle finger. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg, left arm reaching towards the back wall. Inhale, arms come up to a T, and drop your arms down. Bend your left knee and step your right foot forward. Heels are in alignment. Grab your blocks, your cans if you need them. Right toes out towards 3 o'clock. Hands come to your hips. Press your left hip back, right hip forward. Square your hips. Inhale, shine your heart forward. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Hands come to either side of your foot. Draw your shoulder blades together. Shine your heart forward. Press your left hip back. Beautiful. Slowly begin to come all the way up. Whoops, we forgot the other one. Sorry. Move the block outside from the right hand. You're going to bring the left hand to the hip and then your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Revolve triangle. This might be enough for you, or you might begin to twist and lift your left arm towards the sky. Continue to press your left hip back. Breathe. I say that to remind you guys and myself. One more full breath. Exhale, release. Hands come to your blocks. And inhale all the way up. And we'll exhale, step your right foot forward. Bring your toes together. We're going to come into eagle on the left side. So big toes together and then sink down into your chair. Make sure you can see your toes. If not, scoot your butt back a little bit. This time you're going to put your weight into your right foot. Lift your left leg up and over. You can keep your foot in the air. Use your toes as a kickstand or wrap your foot around your leg. Left arm comes under the right. You can hug your shoulders, bring the back of your hands together or your palms to one another. Wherever you're at, sink down into your chair just a little more. Lift your elbows up to shoulder level. Draw your shoulder blades together. Find a spot that's not moving and focus on that. One more full breath. So we're going to unwind your arms, unwind your legs, and shake it all out. All right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, swan dive forward, arms wide. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, float back to your plank. We're going to lower in 3, 2, and 1. Setting up for cobra, tops of your feet flat on the mat. Hug your elbows in. Exhale all of your air. Inhale, cobra. Less weight into your palms or no weight. Exhale, release. Inhale, plank. Use your core strength. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale. Exhale, come down to child's pose. Get some water if you need. Knees wide, big toes touching. Forehead comes to the earth. If you'd like a little deeper stretch, you can lift your forearms off the mat and press your hands into the mat like you're pressing the mat away from you. Let your hips sink closer to your heels. Breathe. Slowly begin to walk yourself up and sit back on your heels. Then we're going to roll the one side to the other, knee on your glutes here. Give yourself some space in the middle of your mat if you have one. And we're going to do deer pose today. This is one of my favorite poses. Bring your feet to the edges of your mat. You're going to let your knees drop over to the left side. So here you want your right shin parallel to the front of your mat. And then you're going to bring your right knee into the arch of your left foot. Look to the left. Pick your hips up and scoot them so that your left shin is parallel to the side of the mat and your right thigh or your left thigh is parallel to the back of the mat. Twist yourself behind and put your forearms, palms down, into the mat. This might be enough, or you can bring your forehead to the earth, to block, to your fists, to your arms. Breathe. One more full breath. Slowly walk yourself back up onto your forearms if you're not there. Then onto your palms. And go ahead and untwist. Come back to the front of your mat. Feet back onto the outsides of your mat. Let your knees drop over to the right. Left shin parallel to the front of your mat. Left knee into the arch of the right foot. Pick yourself up and twist towards the back. Right shin parallel to the side of the mat. And then your right thigh parallel to the back of the mat. Forearms come down to the earth, or you can come to your forehead, block, two fists, whatever you need. Breathe with it. One more full breath. Slowly begin to walk yourself back up onto your forearms, to your palms. Go ahead and turn back around. Bring your feet out in front of you. Arms by your sides. I'm going to slowly use your core strength to lower you all the way down to your mat. Setting up for final Shavasana. If you'd like to take a blanket or your blocks and place them underneath your knees or your thighs for a little bit of lower back support, please feel free. Go ahead and relax yourself down into your final Shavasana. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Release your knees. Let your hips sink down into the earth. Relax your shoulders. Relax your wrists. Palms facing up in the receiving position. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let go of your breath. Let go of your thoughts. And just be. Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaye. You can always turn the lights off during your Shavasana. Niralambaya Tejase Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaye Niralambaya Tejase Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaye Niralambaya Tejase Slowly start bringing life back into your fingers and into your toes. Begin to sip the beautiful air back into your lungs. Stretch your arms over your head, long and tall, 1 inch taller than you were before you started class. And then roll over to one side or the other into a comfortable supported position. Giving yourself a little gratitude for making it to your mat today, for honoring your mind, body, and soul. With your eyes closed, press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to end class the same way we came into it. We're going to do 3 full breaths. This time I'm going to count the inhale for you, and then I'm also going to count the hold at the bottom of your inhale, and then you can slowly release your air. Go ahead and exhale everything. Breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale it all. Breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale. One more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let everything go. Thank you so much, yogis, for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. The teacher, student, and divine in me honor the teacher, student, and divine in each and every one of you. Drawing your thumbs to third eye center, bowing forward. Namaste.